Hey everyone, I'm Kiara.
And I'm Karina.
So, today we're going to be drawing in each other's art styles, which is going to be very interesting. So, very short intro, let's just get into it. Alrighty guys, so I'm going to be starting us off. Since I'm going to be trying to draw in Kiara's art style, I have to draw an OC that she's never drawn, so that I have no reference point, so I can't cheat. This is all me studying Kiara's art. So I'm gonna be drawing my OC Alco. Hey! You probably have seen him before. If this is your first time here, this is your first time seeing him, so great. He's one of my 70s OCs from my story that I call Estherville. It's like a drama story set in a police station, and it focuses on the lives of the people working at said station. That's all you need to know for now. So going into this, I actually feel pretty confident in my ability to replicate Kiara's art style because I have replicated art styles in the past before. I really love doing it. It's really fun. It's really nice to do when you're kind of getting tired of doing the same thing over and over again. It's a nice little like warm-up challenge, you know, break out of the usual routine of drawing in your art style and in your process and stuff like that. So, but I never really had much experience drawing in another artist's art style. I usually try to draw in like other styles of things that I like animes, video games, stuff like that. I mean, it's technically another artist's art style if you want to get technical, but it's not the same. But luckily I had some practice recently because I was actually a part of a collab that was hosted by Lee. Hi Lee! Go check out their video. It's really awesome. It was 26 artists swapping art styles with each other. It's pretty chaotic, but very fun. And it was really great. So I got some practice in for this video. This video is also a little bit inspired by that too. But in general, we've been wanting to do this idea for like a really long time because we've done a few like art style challenge videos, but you know, after doing that like twice, we kind of were interested in trying to see if we could draw in each other's art styles and how well we would do that, since we're masters at shapeshifting our art styles to become other art styles. So Kiara's style is actually pretty different from mine. I feel like there are a few similarities. Sometimes we take things from each other's art, like, I don't know, like we do that, but even then they still end up different. Like, they look different. I mean, look, here's an example. Aren't they different? And Kiara said too that they look related. You know, we're twins, and our art styles are related, I guess.
They're definitely sisters.
I noticed while like studying Kiara's art style that she tends to go for like saturated colors, you know, colors that pop, and there tend to be a lot of contrast in her shading, and her style generally looks really clean and almost like cell shaded. Like, Kiara's process is very different from mine. While I was watching her show me how she usually likes to prepare her artwork and like, you know, how she organizes her layers and stuff like that, I was a little bit overwhelmed because I knew that it would take me longer to try to replicate in her style, because my process is very like go with the flow, but it's also very minimal layers, you know. Like for doing the rendering of the character itself, I usually do like at minimum maybe like 4 layers, but if it's like there's extra accessories and stuff like that, I'll make even more layers for that. But she like clips colors onto the base layer, like clipping masks for everything, and I have not done that since like I don't know, since I was using Fire Alpaca or like or like Paint Tool Sai or something like that. It's like very like it's not a bad practice to have. Like it's very organized and you can like have more control and have a cleaner result. It's just that my process, since I like to render and I also approach it like painting, I clean up as I go, so that's just how I do it. So it was very different seeing her process, but I'm still pretty determined. So since I'm drawing in Kiara's style, whose style is very different from mine by the way, I want to make sure that I replicate it as best as I can for this challenge. So I need something to keep me organized, where I can have all my references in one place to study and better understand her style. And that's where Milanote comes in to help. Starting off with making a board just about Kiara's art. Look at that. Wow. Then with the board nesting feature, I make sub-boards for more references. We gotta get more specific. We gotta know the ins and outs of her style. Now that I have the references in place, I can just leave some notes analyzing her style, things that stick out to me, so that I can keep it in mind when I work on my art. And of course, I like to decorate my board to give it a colorful vibe and also ties in with the general aesthetic of the board to keep things inspirational, motivational. I also love how easy it is to drag in images into your Milanote boards. I actually found this out while I was doing little study doodles. And you can actually drag in a layer, if you're working on Procreate, directly into Milanote, which I thought was pretty cool. It was really easy. So with all that being said, I think I'm ready to tackle Kiara's style, and I have Milanote to thank for that. So if you're ready to start organizing your ideas for your creative projects today, you can sign up for a free Milanote account using the link in our description. Thank you again so much for sponsoring us. Bye! Alrighty, so we're wrapping up on this drawing here. I would like to ramble a little bit though, so here I go. I'm gonna be rambly. If you don't like me rambling, I don't know, skip ahead. But while I was drawing Alco, you know, he's a scruffy guy. I couldn't help but think he was looking very cute. He was looking very kawaii. Like, he looked like a baby a little bit at first, but it all changed when I added his facial hair. That's what brought it all together, and I'm like, there we go. That's the Alco that I know. That's my scruffy guy. So yeah, I'm really hoping that I did a good job at Kiara's style. I think I don't want to be narcissistic or anything. I don't really know because I'm not Kiara. I don't draw in Kiara's style because I'm me. I have my own style. I can't help but feel like this is not her style at all because of the fact that I drew it. So I really don't know. We're gonna have to find out later. Live reaction moment. It's definitely because I know that I drew it and she didn't draw it, so it doesn't really feel like her because I'm the one that did this. She didn't. But he looks very cute. I think he looks great. It was really fun and interesting getting to draw in Kiara's art style. I think I did a pretty good job, but the real judge is Kiara, and she will decide the fate of this attempt. So I think it's successful, but will she think it's successful? I don't know, but here it is. Alright, so it is my turn. So I'm gonna be drawing in Karina's art style. Oh my gosh, so crazy. So I'm gonna be drawing my OC Tsukasa in her style. Now, I don't know if this is mind-breaking, but I think it's kind of mind-breaking that we're drawing our own OCs in each other's art styles. So technically, Karina is drawing Tsukasa, but it's not because I'm pretending to be Karina. I'm LARPing as Karina drawing my OC. So it's like, technically, we're doing fake commissions or fan art of our OCs. Let that sink in. So yeah, we're both twins. So, you know, you'd think that we're the same person, and we mostly are pretty similar, but our art styles are very different. Though, like Karina said before, they're definitely related. And on my side of things, I can definitely see some moments where I may have subconsciously been inspired by Karina because she's my biggest inspiration. Like, I definitely pick up some things from her, but I still have my own tastes when it comes to how I draw. And clearly, we both draw very differently. I mean, to start things off, she renders, I don't render. I do line art, I do flat colors, and then I shade those flat colors. And Karina, she just renders everything over the line art and everything. Like, after doing the flat colors, she just renders right over that. I don't do that. So this was very fun to try to do. It was very fun to actually try to render, which for the longest time, I haven't had a good history with rendering things. So it was definitely interesting trying to draw on her style. And not only that, her style is just very unique. Both of our styles, I think, are pretty unique, but hers, I like to think it's a little bit more unique. It's a very special style, I think. It's very beautiful too. It has there's 2% anime genetics in there, and like the rest is like very beautifully stylized semi-realism, in my opinion, from what I've observed. Not only am I having to render, but there's also like a difference in the way we draw things too, like how she proportions things and stuff like that. So that was also another thing I had to keep in mind when drawing this. I'd like to think that I did a decent job, but yeah, I just kept the drawing very simple of my OC Tsukasa, which I'm not really going to talk about him a lot here because it's not about him. It's about Karina's art style and her art. So I wanted to keep it very simple, and my focus in this drawing was purely the face because Karina's entire art style is beautiful. But I feel like the big moment, the big focus highlight of her art is the face. Face, beauty face, okay? The focus is in the faces that she draws because that, I feel like, is obviously what you look at first when you see her art. And, you know, in comparison to my own style, we draw things very differently. Our faces are very different. That was the most important thing to me. And yeah, it was definitely interesting. This was a very fun challenge, though I wouldn't say it was difficult. I don't know, I mostly just had fun with it, really. And all I can really do is hope that I did a good enough job, because I feel like I can only go so far trying to imitate Karina's art style, because we are our own artists who have developed our own styles over the years. Even though we've drawn together for so many years, we've still come out with very different tastes and styles, and I think that's very interesting. I think, honestly, the rest of the drawing, except for the face, isn't really Karina's art style. I don't know. I definitely feel like, because again, I felt like I was still falling into my own habits when it comes to art. I did render everything like she taught me, but definitely I feel like the rest of it, I still feel like there's parts of me in this drawing that it's like, this is still very much a drawing that Kiara did. But I think the face turned out pretty cute, and I don't know, maybe I learned something from this, maybe not. I definitely do think that her way of drawing is much faster than me, but I've been so used to it at this point that I think I'm gonna stick with it. Who knows? But yeah, this is my attempt at drawing in Karina's art style. I really hope I did a decent job, and I have no idea how she did with mine, so I'm also very excited to see how that went. I'm really happy with my attempt. I think I did a decent job. I just have no idea what she thinks. So I guess we should go and see how we did. Alright guys, the moment you've all been waiting for. Listen guys, we are going to do a reaction time, not Reaction Time, the channel from like 2016. If you know, you know. Reaction Time for real. We're going to show each other our finished product of our attempt of each other's art styles. I'm being for real. This is not fake. This is not clickbait.
This is real.
This is real. We have not seen what the other one has drawn, so we're going to show each other and we're gonna see how the other one did. So, okay, we're gonna pull it up. Should I show mine's first? Yeah. Okay. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, ready? Whoa! Okay. Wow, okay, I gotta look at this. Yeah. Okay, aww. Yeah, he's really cute. He's
That is
grumpy.
really cute.
He's grumpy.
This looks like you commissioned someone. This really does look like you commissioned someone. Oh, he looks so cute though.
I can see what you did. I can see what you tried to do. What does that mean? It's good! It's good! It's just... Wow. Wow. It's still... I feel like there's something... There's a bit of you in here though. Like there's... I don't know how to... What? This is cool though. I think you did a good job. I think so too. I got the stamp of approval?
Yes.
Okay. Yay. Okay, now
Wow.
show me yours.
Okay. Ready?
No.
3, 2, 1.
Whoa! Oh my god! Actually? Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, you
See?
did. Yeah. You see? Yeah, okay. I could definitely see what you were talking about where the rest of it is... Yeah, the rest of it does feel like you. But you really... Yeah.
I
Oh my
think I
gosh.
did good with the face.
Yeah, I think
beauty,
you did.
face.
I think you did good with the face, the eyes. I think you did good with the hair. Like, the hair is like how I would render hair. Wow, that's so cute.
I know.
That's so weird.
I know, right? We're imposters.
Yeah.
I'm really happy with it too. I think it turned out really cute.
Yeah. I'm gonna cry.
Why?
No. So I guess now all that's left to do is to end the video, right? No. Cause
What?
I would like to see what Alco actually looks like in your style. And I think you would actually like to see what Suwaka Su Boba Boy looks like in my style. So let's really quickly whip something up and let's see.
All right. Alright, so this was Karina's attempt at my style, and she drew her OC Alco. Now me, the real Kiara, I also drew Alco so that we have an actual reference point for what they would actually look like drawn in the styles that were imitated here today on this day. So here's my drawing of Alco, how I would actually draw him. And of course I had a fun time because I love Alco, because he's sexy and I love him. So here it is. How do you think this compares to your attempt?
I think in my opinion, I don't mean to be,
I did better than you.
No. I think I did pretty bad actually looking at your drawing because, I mean, at the end of the day, I just can't do it like you.
Oh.
I can't. Your thing is just so you did it. Also, I was a little scared to give him chest hair for some reason because I didn't have reference.
Oh, I'm
for that.
so sorry.
So I was like, should I add the chest hair? But you did, and it's amazing. I don't know. It's just, I guess I made my art, I think, too cute,
And oddly enough, it still feels like you drew it.
Yeah, it still feels like I drew it. It was like, it's just different. It's not my style, but it's definitely not your style. So, I mean, I think I failed, but not in a bad way, you know? It still feels like your style a little bit. It's reminiscent. It's definitely reminiscent. It's the first cousin of your art style, but it will never be like the original.
Thank you. I had a lot of fun. I'm happy I got an excuse to draw Elko. Cause I love that man. Am I right?
Alright, so here is Kiara's attempt at my art style. And here comes my drawing of Tsukasa, what he actually looks like in my art style. I will say, I think I may have, I don't know, I think my art style's consistent, but it's just the fact that I drew a full body and her drawing is like a bust. So, you know, there's gonna be less detail with a full body because it's like a zoomed out image, but I think it's still my art style, you know, so, you know, I just feel like it would have been better if I had done a bust, but, you know. But yeah, this is what they look like side by side. What do you think, Kiara?
I still think I did a pretty good job, and I'm just really happy that you drew Tsukasa like that and you included his friends. Very cute.
Yeah, I drew him like that because, you know, he's a streamer, he's a gamer, he plays games. But while we were looking at the art, you know, off camera, we actually noticed that, like, Kiara's drawing in my style, kind of is reminiscent of, like, maybe my art from, like, maybe a few months ago to, like, a year ago, which was kind of interesting. So, yeah, I think it was a success. I will give you a stamp of approval.
Yay!
You did it.
I did it.
You passed the test. So...
And I won art of my OC from you.
Yeah. Art fight in real life.
Alright, well, that was us drawing in each other's art styles. That was very interesting, especially since, you know, there's a little special conditions here because we're siblings who are also artists, so I feel like there's even more of an interesting factor in that. And it was very fun to get to draw in Karina's style, and it was very fun to see at the end what we did because that was certainly very interesting, and we also got to have an excuse to draw each other's OCs. So,
we hope you liked the video. This was a really fun video. Laughs were had, tears were shed, and it was just a great time overall. So I hope you guys had as great of a time watching this video as we had making it for you. Thank you again to Milanote for sponsoring this video. Make sure to check them out. You know, the link is in our description if you want to try out Milanote for yourself. It's free, so, you know, give it a try. And thank you so much for watching up until this point. If you are here, make sure to leave a like. Leave a comment about what your favorite art piece was. Did you like my drawing of Tsukasa? Did you like Kiara's attempt at my art style drawing of Tsukasa? Let us know. Do you like Alko? What do you think of Alko? Let me know what you think of him and I'll let him know. But yeah, we're gonna leave you to do whatever you were doing. Alright, bye-bye.
bye!